CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. Welcome back to another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the day one path for season 73. Can chickens fly? Super stoked about the season. Thank you guys for all the feedback and thoughts. I really appreciate it. And like I said in the sneak peek video yesterday with Stone and OP, I just really hope that it's a fun season and everybody enjoys it. That was the goal going into it. So strap yourselves in. And let's get into it. Let's get into it. So let's go over the day one path. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're going to pick up instant training for the season, make sure you throw that code chicken in the shop. It does help support. Maybe it gives you some stat boosts. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It doesn't. But here's where we are on the beginning. So I think the day one path is fairly straightforward, but you do have a decision to make early on. And that's whether you want to play super offensively or super defensively. Both of them should be somewhat viable, but let's go over the specifics. So right out of the gates, we got riflemen. And that's important because riflemen, you know, they're a good starting troop. I didn't want to go with heavies right out of the gate because I didn't want just a boring kind of heavy rush at the beginning. Although I feel like at the same time, to play devil's advocate, we haven't really had a heavy rush out of the starting gate for a long time. It's just like something we always said, and it's like everyone kind of stuck with it. So I don't think that it's inherently bad, but we got rifles to begin with. So we're going to start off with rifles and Zookas. Now, you don't necessarily have to upgrade Zookas. If you want, you can beeline it to warriors, or if you have a really good tech advantage, you can try to beeline it for bombers and maybe save those upgrade tokens. I think for most of us, though, probably going rifle Zooka right out of the gate. Now you have the option to go to troop damage. Now, if you don't go to troop damage, you can go to 3ER, shock bomb, Kavan. I think Kavan is going to be really important. And the thing to note, guys, is they changed Kavan. So look at this. We used to only upgrade Kavan to Tech 4 and then basically leave him until we had like too many tokens to spend and then max him out. Kavan's second win now, you have to max him out to get the maximum amount of second win. So it's worth it to max him out. If you follow the Kavan path, you do get critter launchers. Critter launchers are pretty strong against Zookas, but I don't think they're going to be worth the cost right away, at least. So that might be something that we're going to trail back to. Now, something I think might be worth, like, the thing is here, I don't think it's worth going for both. I don't think it's worth going for troop damage and building health and, you know, critter launchers in that way. I think if you're going to get building health and you're going to backtrack to it, I think that's a solid move because you also get mines, you also get the microwaver. I think that makes sense for a lot of people. I think we're going to do that. Maybe don't get critter launchers because that you're spending a lot of keys in 3ER. You know, critters, sure, they're going to be great. There's a lot of mines early, right away. But if you can save on the grenadiers, you know, that's something that you can save without having to unlock everything all at the same time. Now, on the other hand, if you want to skip ahead, troop health, shock mines. If you want heavies, you got to go through medics. You know, this is a multi-node. It's going to be good. It's not crazy amazing. I don't think it's worth it for most people. So if we do want to skip ahead, there's no line here from Sky Shield to medics, medkits. So I think for most people, again, we're going to go through medkits, gunboat energy, bombers, back for boom cannons, then into mechs, which is actually, you might look at this and think, oh man, we have to get mechs. I think we kind of need mechs right now because we've got Kavan, mech, rifle, Zooka, and bombers at this point. So a lot of different troops, and hopefully that provides for some interesting attacks. And since we have, you know, well, you can't see it now, but since we have the kind of roundabout base, I'll show it to you here. I think that's going to be really interesting because I think that's going to have a lot of use for bombers, especially with their range. But maybe we'll want to have some Zookas in the mix too, just for chewing through stuff faster. So maybe a bit of a combo, kind of Noah's Ark combination might actually end up being the best choice. So as we move, I skipped ahead too much. As we move forward here, deeper into 4AR, what is going to be like for the sake of this video, what we want to go over is like everything you need to get to gold on day one, right? And if you go top path or bottom path, I'm hoping that both players have the opportunity to do that depending on, you know, what they want to unlock. Now, what I think the safest kind of general option is, because you never really know, right, going into a warship season, I think the safest option is microwaver, mines, building health. I think all those are really strong. Maybe even the hot pot, even though it's only level 1. But keep in mind, we've got shock bombs, and everybody's got shock bombs. So again, wanting to avoid the fizzle fest or fizzle meta altogether if we can. And I know it says on this, I'm on the dev build, so it says I got 10 million tokens and like 100 million upgrade tokens. Just ignore that. It doesn't mean anything for the season. It's just a dev build thing. So I think heavies are still going to be good, and we're going to have to get them at some point. So just keep that in mind when you're skipping medics. If you're skipping medics, because obviously with heavy choppers, we have to have heavies in order to make them work. So, you know, it's something that we got to pick up at some point. So, yeah, it's some interesting options. And then once we go past 3ER, 4ER into bombers and all this stuff, there's a lot of offense at 4ER. And there's some solid defenses too. But we've got, you know, Kavan, we've got a lot of offense at this point. So it's kind of going to be a speed meta. Maybe artillery is going to, with only 50 building health, play a bit of a factor. But I think it should be pretty balanced. And, you know, they're getting a little bit away from day one. Like, if you want to go back for the Sky Shield, it's all good stuff. Machine guns, troop health, all good stuff. But delays you again from getting to rocket launchers, shock launchers, potentially another Sky Shield, or a Doom Cannon. The Doom Cannon's only level 2. It's not a level 3, which would have been a bit too intense, in my opinion. But yeah, then we've got nothing but, you know, really good stuff here ahead. So I'm really hoping that this season is going to be, again, a lot of fun. From what we've tested at the absolute final meta, it's pretty fun, you know, crazy, heavy chopper, bomber, heavy chopper, rocket chopper, bullet, you know, kind of wide open, fast-paced attacks with a lot of defense. So, but with a lot of gunboat energy. The gunboat energy, I feel like, is a big deal, because that really puts that skill element into it. It's like, okay, you've got a lot of tools. What can you do with it? What can you make work? And we're going to find out this season on Season 73, Can Chickens Fly? So, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down below. And, yeah, appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out.